Hello, this is Rebecca here, and today I'm back with a flip through video of my journal that I started in August and I ended in September. And basically, I have the journal after this one almost completed. There's a couple little journaling, basically words that I need to put in there, and so I realized I hadn't shown. I haven't done a flip through video of this one, so being that I need to work in chronological order, I thought I would go ahead and just show you a real quick flip through of this particular journal. Again, I started it in, I need to probably put a date, but at the beginning, but I started in August, at the end of August actually, and and let's see when it ended. They usually last me about a month. Sometimes it's usually a month and a little bit more. And I didn't date, I guess there's the end of September. So, I guess about a month, August 28th to September 24th. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it. So basically, I think I did a video to creating this journal cover. And, what I typically have to do is add twine to my book, because I love the chunkiness of it, but the more papers and watercolor I add, sometimes it comes a little loose in here, and I'm okay with that. I think actually adding this little bit of twine just adds to the junk journalness, is that such a word? But it really kind of creates a more, I like the feel of it. I love to have like tassels, and I love to have strings and papers kind of poking out everywhere. So and it also serves a purpose. So anyway, so that's kind of what this string is about. The first page, I just kind of put a little clip in. I actually may move this into another journal, I'm not sure, but this is from Precious to Me. I found her on Instagram, and I've ordered a couple of kits from her, and this is some of her art. It's just super, super cute. And so I just kind of clipped that in with a little cloud clip. And again, this may be something that I might pull out later on and use as a tip-in or something like that. But I just thought it was so adorable, and I wanted to have it at the beginning of this particular journal at the time. So, and this beginning was at the time that Harvey was happening here in Texas. And so, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained for days. And so this started August 28th. It finally was saying hello to sunshine. So I definitely did a happy little sunshine page. I did want to show you this cute little bear, in case you didn't see, oops, in another video, is these are, I bought these at Dizio. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Or Dazo, or anyway, these are cute little post-its, and so I thought it was really cute just to kind of put him in there and then have him stating, you know, hello sun, because I was so thrilled. And I love rainy days, but the continuous and all the flooding, it was just too much for me to enjoy, with all the stress it was causing everybody and the cities and things like that. So that's kind of where that page came from. And then I've purchased a Nancy Drew kit off of Etsy from the Happy Little Marigold, and I've actually bought a lot of her little kits. She's got some really cute stuff, and but anyway, I basically want to document that I have been trying to read Nancy Drew. My daughter Brazos loves Nancy Drew. I read the Hardy Boys growing up, but I just can't quite have time, and the minute I sit down to read, or like at night, I'm crashing. So that was kind of that little story. And then this is continues with Harvey, and I found this, I saw this posted on Instagram, and it's Texas hugging Louisiana, and I just thought that was, and crying, you know, they were comforting each other due to all the rain. And so I just really like that, and it's kind of telling the story of where we were at the time. So the next day is hello pumpkin spice latte. We were so excited, me and my daughter, and we drove to Starbucks and got our first, I got my first pumpkin spice latte of the season. So that kind of tells that story. And then I love this quote. It's from You've Got Mail. It's the brave thing to do, daring to imagine you can have a different life. I just love that little quote. And then I really had intentions of writing a little note, and I probably still do, about where I am at and what that means to me at this point in time. But I love that quote. And then, of course, the owl, which I did a video on how to make him. And then some more journaling. And then I had my little fall bucket list, and this is basically just kind of what I wanted to do. And now that we are into, I was just kind of reading over that. The only thing I don't think we did was have an October tea, which we were going to do, but we didn't quite get around to it. But I think that's not bad to do. I didn't even write down number 8 here, but that's a pretty good bucket list to check off there. And then I just did a little tip in with these cute little, I call them little wands, but they're on these little sticks, and they have little pumpkins on the end that I put into the to the kit. I think it was last month's kit. And so then we move on. This was some other journaling cards. I made a video on how to make some mixed media journaling cards. And then my husband and my daughter went to the A&M football game. Got a new hairdo. Had to document that. This, I think you guys, if y'all follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen this page. I was just kind of doodling with some paint and made this fun little pumpkin. And I think I got some new watercolors, and so I was really not joking. What am I thinking? Really playing around with them, and love this color. It's almost like a shimmering. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of shimmers. And it doesn't, it doesn't like chalky, it doesn't come off, and it's easy to write on, and it feels really soft. And so it's actually one of my favorite kind of backgrounds to put into my journaling. And then the next little story is when I went to see the Reset Girl when she came to Texas, and she did a little glamping overnight type event. I didn't stay overnight, but I went for the day event, and there she is there, and my daughter. We were all excited to meet Corey, and it was very fun, and she had a lot of cute little not gimmies, but her little swag. It was so cute, very personalized. Talks about when it was, Round Top, Texas. It was just really cute, everything. We got a lot of fun little things and learned just basically, I had always tried to crunch everything into one planner or one notebook, but really it's okay to have like a notebook for this or notebook for that, or planner for this, planner for that. So I thought I did pick that up, and I thought it was a really good event. It was fun, and I got to meet a lot of new people, and lots of my groups here in Texas were there as well. A lot of ladies were there, so that was fun to spend some time with them. And then I know journaling isn't all about happy, grateful, things like that. And a lot of times I'm worried about my son. He's in college, and just being away from home and doing what college kids do. You know how that is. Maybe, So that's all I'm going to say about that. But that just, sometimes it really helps for me to write things out. And that I am worried, and that is part of my life right now. So that was that page. This next one, I did another little watercolor acrylic doodle page. This was my husband telling me, you get so strange and pumpkin-y this time of the year. And I just love that. And I thought it was just totally classic. It was totally me and totally him for saying it. So I had to write that in there. It was funny. I think I even talk about, I thought maybe I talked about him saying that. Oh yeah, I did. It did. Because I bought a very large pumpkin shaped coffee mug. I left it in the bathroom from getting ready in the morning, and he said, "You are so strange and pumpkin-y this time every year." And I said, "Why, yes, I do. I am. Haha." So anyway, that's just part of our silly lives, and so I included that in there. And then just some more fun little, adding lots of die cuts and journaling cards and punches and things like that to a page, and just documenting some things, writing stories down or daily things. These are some little journal cards I had made, and I just kind of actually just clipped those in with a paper clip just to add, you know, some fun little layers in there, and artsy type deal to the journal. More journaling. Here's a little tip-in I did. This was a event that I went to in San Antonio, and it was for Posh Pieces. It was really fun. It was a creative workshop, and we learned how to make these little stamps from using foam. I thought I might have my little kit in here because I drug it around with me. I think I did a video. I did do a video on how to make, I think I did leaves, that's right. But this was my little page I did there at the event, and there's me like showing off my little name tag here. I won this fun little planner in the meantime. So that was it. Oh, I need to glue that in here. That was one of the things. I'll just do that since we're right here. I have to say, I have used this scrapbook adhesives since I've been scrapbooking, which has been a while, when my son was very young, and I love it because it's very strong and it's sturdy and it goes on smooth and it's clean. So I need to get some more of this. So I just kind of glued this in here. This was with my daughter while I was in San Antonio. She was at a Girl Scout event and climbing, doing zip lines and archery, and so her face, she is like terrified of heights. So I totally, of course, want to document that. And then this was an old postcard that a friend of mine sent me in the mail. It's vintage Girl Scouts, and so I even though it has a note on the back, I clipped that in, I glued that in here because I just thought it was perfect little fit for the event. And then I have another watercolor journaling page, and this was a page that I did on YouTube, just kind of playing around. I think this is where I played around with the jelly pad. Oh yeah, here's my little shapes that I did, so that was kind of fun. And then my at this point in time, my newest song obsession which is not a new song, but that Sound of Silence by Disturbed. His voice is just like, I mean, it would give you chills. So I think I've mentioned that before, but I just wrote about that because, of course, that's my newest obsession. And that was it. That's my journal. Little flip through for, I know it's, November, and this was the end of September. But I will have another one coming soon for last month's. And, of course, I'm looking forward to filling this month's up. And that's about it. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in my next video.